Alongside will be the U2 of Jimmy Smith. Up next, the 03 of BC Wood, the 29 of Randy Sayer. Final row, Burt Mobley, car number 07, Jimmy Broderick in car number 3. Bob Lamphere, first alternate with car number 8. Extra distance tonight, the modifieds out on the speedway, 35 laps to distance. Pace car is in, the drivers tighten the belt. They check the gauges for the final time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going racing open wheel style. Green flag about to be shown to the field as they rumble off the fourth turn. Dennis Gator, back from a heavy crash last Saturday night, leads the field through the turns. Mark Lajeunesse with a good move on the outside takes over control down the backstretch. Also on the move is the 69 of Jimmy Dolan as the sparks fly. Everybody stays pointed in the right direction with Lajeunesse out in front of the field. Dennis Gator, Dolan, and the 12 of Lamphere, the top 4. Scott Spaulding currently being shown in the number 5 position. Ronnie Rocco, Teddy Christopher, and Bob Potter back in traffic, working the outside as it's side-by-side racing throughout the entire field. Something we haven't seen this much of in quite some time. But Gary Dyer in trouble with car number 12X down on the inside. Outside lane making the move. Everybody looking for some extra room to charge to the front of the field. Mark Lajeunesse is out front. The 69 of Jimmy Dolan runs number 2. Dennis Gator is back to 3rd. Lamphere runs 4th. Then it's Scott Spaulding in the 47, the 19 of Hewitt, the 9 of Chris Jones, then the 45 of Marshall White Jr. But here comes Rocco, Christopher, and David Gator in hot pursuit. Bobby Potter closing in as Jimmy Smith in the U2 car heads to the infield. 6 laps shown as complete in this 35-lapper. And we have the 4X of Rodway, the first of 3 feature events on the evening's racing card. Green is back out. Lajeunesse stays tucked down low. Dolan, just a bit squirrely here on the front straightaway, gives way to the 5 of Dennis Gator on the inside. Lajeunesse able to regain the number 1 position once again with car number 33. He's out front and flying. Dennis Gator and Dolan continue to run side by side, but look at the tightly bunched field in the middle of the pack. Everybody using the outside groove like they haven't in quite some time. Ronnie Rocco, Teddy Christopher, Bob Potter, David Gator, Phil Rondo, Tommy Jensen, all running the high side, and that's something that hasn't happened here at the Speedway in some long, long times. All the heavy hitters working the outside, coming to the field. Problems in turn 2. It appears to be on the backstretch. 9 down. 26 laps to go. Mark Lajeunesse, your leader with car number 33. He's on the throttle. Green is back out as they come off that 4th turn side by side. Jimmy Dolan trying to round the highway. Has the edge in turn 2. Lajeunesse able to battle back as they go side by side into turn 3. Lajeunesse stays tucked down low. Dolan on the outside. 2 veterans looking for their first win of the year. And look who's running in the 3rd spot as Ronnie Rocco waits in the wings. He got by the 5 of Dennis Gator. Running in that 6th spot is Teddy Christopher. 8th is the 1 of Bob Potter. Hewitt sandwiched in the middle. This one's going to go right down to the checkered flag with a lot of seasoned veterans up front and battling for position. Lajeunesse once again out front. Jimmy Dolan looks to the inside. Rocco goes to the outside. A 3-car battle for the lead. Lajeunesse has the edge, but Dolan and Rocco continue to battle for runner-up honors. Jimmy Dolan and Ronnie Rocco he's out on the speedway. We're back to green. And Mark Lajeunesse quickly picks up where he left off, out in front of the field. Lajeunesse in the 33 car has the 12 of Lightning Larry Lamphere and the 5 of Dennis Gator in hot pursuit. Potter is on the move, moves down to the inside, takes over the 3rd spot. Teddy Christopher now battling for 4th place honors with the 5 of Dennis Gator. This is going to be quite a race, folks. Keep your eyes focused on the front of the field. This one's a long way from being over. Bob Potter on the move, takes over the runner-up honors. Potter will be featured on TV8, showing why he's one of the premier drivers here at the Speedway. La Jeunesse, Potter, Lamphere, and Teddy Christopher. That's the top four. Burt Marvin in trouble with car number 07. Burt Marvin picks up the pace. He allowed the field to go by. A nice piece of driving by a young driver. A real sportsman here in modified racing. Challenge developing for the lead. And Bob Potter down on the inside of La Jeunesse. He has control as they come off that fourth turn. Bob Potter, the current point leader in the modified division, looking to be the leader at the halfway mark as the halfway challenge about to become history as the Nutmeg Petroleum Citgo-sponsored award goes to Potter, but look at the crash on the front stretch. Just as we said it, Scott Spaulding and Ricky Young came together with heavy contact right here at the start-finish line. And we see a heavily bent number of 47 down here. Green flag is back out as Potter once again regains command. La Jeunesse in hot pursuit runs second. Larry Lamphere moves up to grab off the third spot. He opens the door for Moose Hewitt. Hewitt running in position number 5. Now looks to the inside of Dennis Gator in car number 5. Tight racing up front. All the heavy hitters right there breathing fire. Side-by-side action tonight like we haven't seen in quite some time. As Potter continues to lead the assault. Jerry Pearl, Teddy Christopher, David Gator all stuck back in traffic. Everybody looking for racing room as we stay on the green. The field continues to run tightly bunched. Dennis Gator shuffled back to the middle of the field. Up front, it's Potter, La Jeunesse, Lamphere, Hewitt, Jensen, and Christopher in that order. That's the top 6. Then it appears to be David Gator, the 43 of Jerry Pearl, and the 5 of Dennis Gator. Ricky Knapp not far off the pace of car number 7. Then it's Brown in the 4X. The 29 is Randy Sayers, and the 3 of Jimmy Broderick. Jensen looks to the outside. Christopher goes to the inside as Christopher moves up yet another spot with car number 54. Christopher now on the back bumper of the 19 of Hewitt as Jensen makes contact with Christopher and sends him around up in turn number 2. And our defending track champion facing the wrong way down on the apron in turn number 2. Bob Potter looking for yet another checkered flag in his illustrious career, heads out front. He's got the edge at the drop of the green as La Jeunesse holds on to the number 2 spot. The battle is for third as Larry Lamphere, Moose Hewitt, and David Gator continue to battle. As Jerry Pearl, Dennis Gator, and Ricky Knapp, along with Teddy Christopher, also in the hunt. 10 laps to go in this 35-lap feature. Marshall White Jr. down on the apron with car number 45. Neal able to rumble on by as Tommy Jensen runs into problems with car number 79. He's slowing as well. Potter, La Jeunesse, Lamphere, David Gator, and Jerry Pearl. That's the top 5. Moose Hewitt, Dennis Gator, Teddy Christopher, and Ricky Knapp not far behind. That's the top 9 with the 29 of Sayers in the top 10 at the present time. Each lap becomes increasingly more important here in the closing lanes. Tommy Jensen heads pit side with car number 79. 5 to go marker being put out this time by from the flag stand. 5 more laps to go as Bob Potter, Mark La Jeunesse, Larry Lamphere, and David Gator 1 with Jerry Pearl just a tick of the clock behind in 5th.
Number 2 being scored, 32 being scored this time around. Bob Potter continues to lead Mark Lajeunesse through the turns. Larry Lamphere contending with the challenges of David Gaeta, Jerry Pearl, Dennis Gaeta, and Teddy Christopher. 2 to go marker up this time around. Final 2 times around the 1/3 mile oval. David Gaeta again takes a peek down low past the 12 of Larry Lamphere. Lamphere able to outpower her down the straights. White flag out, final time around the block as once again David Gaeta pulls right up alongside of the line, but Larry Lamphere able to nip Gaeta through the turns. Whale leaders working their way out of turn number 4. Bob Potter, many-time past track champion and current point leader, picks up the win. Selling for the 2nd spot, car number 33 of Mark Lajeunesse. After that, unofficially in for the 3rd spot, car number 12 for Larry Lamphere of Waterford. And rounding out the top 4, again, this is strictly unofficial, the 27 of David.
As Bob Potter climbs out of the race car, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's Armed Forces 35-lap modified feature event. Well, I don't believe him. Boy, I'll tell you, he's been down here at Victory Lane many a time. Bobby, a 6-time past champion, 89 feature wins. Things just seem to be getting better. The car is strong, it's running good. You seem to be better than ever. What's the story? What's the secret?
I don't know what it is, but I hope it keeps on going this way.
You know, you're filling in for an injured driver. You did well with it last season. This season, it's even better. How do you explain all of that?
I don't know.
Anybody in particular you got to say thanks to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the guys in the crew, and because they've done a heck of a job, you know, all the Bonneau boys and stuff. And I'd like to thank all our sponsors on the car, and I just want to thank God I'm right here, right now.
You know, you're using that outside groove to perfection.